stop me if you've heard this one before. The Americans occupy a country that is the neighbor of a much larger, more powerful country that is hostile to the United States. Thus, the U.S. becomes in a never-ending proxy war with this country on the territory of the neighboring country, because its opponent can just endlessly funnel weapons, supplies, and fighters over the border, and the U.S. can't stop them because they either cannot, will not, or should not directly attack their opponent. Now, I was describing Vietnam, but this also applies to Iraq. Now, since ISIS was defeated, the U.S. has remained in Iraq out of fear of what might happen if they were to leave again, i.e., that ISIS would come back. A fair concern, but their continued presence there has drawn the ire of the Iranians, who are not so keen on seeing their co-arch nemesis camping right over the border from them. Right now, the fighting between the two is rather low level, small scale, not many people have died so far, but it's entirely possible it will escalate. We've been here before, guys. This is never going to end. Iran is right next door. It's way bigger. And they have lots of supporters within Iraq itself. And the U.S. isn't going to start a war with Iran because of a proxy war in Iraq, because Iran is effectively unconquerable. So there would be no winning that war. And yet, ironically, in order to avoid fighting an unwinnable war with Iran itself, they're choosing instead to fight an unwinnable proxy war with Iran in Iraq. This is stupid. Has everyone forgotten about Vietnam already? Stop it. You're making the same mistake. Leave. There are more important things for the U.S. military to be doing. In other places, it should be focusing its efforts than fighting a battle it can't win against an opponent it knows it can't defeat and is thus avoiding a direct confrontation with anyway. Leave already. I know it sucks. I know it cedes the field to the Iranians. I know it therefore also allows the Chinese in, but the Chinese are already there anyway. You being there didn't stop them. All this does is prevent more people from dying in the process, and you wasting your time and resources on it. Let's just nip this in the bud before it gets any worse, yeah?